frequency combo. I'm your host, Juss Da God. And of course, this is my co-host and big brother,
Juss Da God.
And this is the podcast where we spark butts and conversation. I said this is episode 20, he said it's not episode 20.
1 through 9 numbers count. There ain't no zero.
He says episode 21. Right? It's episode 20, please count.
21 is 3, 3 spirit. Let's go. Let's get it.
And in this episode,
recycle. We're on recycle time right now. Back to 1.
Back to 1.
So we can do the first episode all over again. Yeah, we can do that. Ain't nobody seen this.
I don't know if you want to do that.
Nobody seen it. We only got 80 views. We can do it all over again. Recycle time.
Maybe down the line we start recycling shit.
Yeah, say the same shit. Ain't nobody gonna know.
Yo, I got this idea because I had some, me and Ron, Juss, some ideas for this next episode, and he didn't get back to me. But for me saying having that thought, I had a thought of what I'm not gonna say the whole thought just because he still want to pursue the idea of basically using rap music and using the topic of the rap music as a topic. So the topics for these for this show is gonna be if I ruled the world, 24 hours to live, and heaven or hell. And if anybody's hip hop heads, you know exactly.
Well, you gotta play them records then, my nigga.
Yeah,
I know you too. I know you too.
I said you're gonna flag it, so to get this shit stopped, he's jumping ahead. You know what I mean? To get this started.
I got foresight, my nigga. I'm a prophet.
The first one is if I rule the world.
So, Lauryn Hill. Now let's go.
All right. The questions. This is just hard, man. Start provoking shit. If you rule the world, question 1. What would you do? What would be the first thing you do and why?
If I ruled the world, what would be the first thing
you do and why?
That's a very good question.
It is.
That's a very fucking good question. Where would you start if you ruled the world? I mean, you don't want to start with a typical saying, but to make a difference, I'm taking away everybody's ability to cause war on each other.
How do you go about doing that?
I rule the world. I rule the world. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I rule the world. You know what I mean? That's the premise. I rule the world. You know what I'm saying? I rule the world. So all that shit gotta go. Any ability for you to go wage war on somebody else without rightful claim to what you're waging war on, all that ends today.
So why?
Why?
Obviously, it's obvious, but just elaborate.
To lead to my next thing, trying to help poverty. And if I could stop from the wars in countries, you taking over people's countries for their resources, and we could stop that, and we could set up every man being able to take care of himself based on the resources in their land. Then we can share resources with each other for who needs it. That's why. Stop the wars. We could stop the wars. We could sit down. What's 3 C's? Communicate, compromise, and I can't remember the other one because I'm a little late.
I forgot that you said that. But if you got anything else for saying that? So you would take away the ability to cause violence.
No, not ability to cause violence. Because now you're talking on a large scale, taking away another man's ability.
Oh, that's almost like God-like. So
No. Take away your ability for America to go drop a bomb on Japan, or Japan to go invade this country.
So just for the hell of it, you think would be to so articulate the sentence again. So
everybody has to that's hard for me to say. Lessen de-weaponize.
So everybody destroy all the weapons.
Yeah. Not destroy all of it, but destroy your weapons and start going down.
Everybody show all your weapons.
You can't.
Well, you might have defense.
Yeah, you can't no longer. Why are you in his land? Get the fuck out of his land. Leave that man to his own. Why are you here? Leave. Why is America in Guam? You know what I'm saying? Why is America in Hawaii? Why are you in the Virgin Islands?
So you be control all that. Everybody stay the fuck out of everybody.
Yeah, I'm gonna rule the world.
So what would be the repercussions to that?
The repercussions, they might try to kill me, but
no, what would be the repercussions for you? If they, no matter if we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that because that's one of the questions.
If I rule the world,
hold up, we're gonna get to that because I know you're gonna have fun with that one because he ran on his tirades of what he would do. But what would I if I ruled the world? What would I do? What would be the first thing I do and why? End poverty. And why? That's obvious reasons. So everybody can be back on an even playing field. It's almost going to go back to this. When I say enemy poverty, don't get it twisted. I don't mean no, and some people do need it, but I don't mean no welfare ass. Here. It's still going to depend on what you do and what you bring to the table. Whether it's fucking farming or whether kind of trade you have to kind of get the bread, like, to kind of get you have to make you have something to eat. But we always be even playing field. If this one is getting paid $100,000 a year for this job, depending if you do, just because you're in a janitor, you ain't gonna be getting paid no fucking $28,000. Because what you do is essential as well. You would get paid $60, $75, very little bit comfortably. It still be like this. It'd be I would end poverty and also end the poverty. I would end elitism, meaning like classism. You know what I mean? I'm ending that classism shit. I mean, like, I'm ending that private schools for the good educations go to the good kids. You got the money for the private schools, and if you're in a public school, you get the shitty education, and all that shit is getting ended. All that's all poverty shit. All poverty mindset type shit. All depression type shit that put us in some motherfucking make us do violence and make us fucking commit suicide and turn to certain types of drugs or drugs in general or whatever. So I'm ending poverty. And why? Because I believe and I know it will make. I'm pretty sure it still won't stop every fucking thing, but the world will be way more peaceful.
You said you
take it up to 75%. Some people still gonna wild out.
You'll take it up to 75%.
Exactly.
And you leave a quarter of it left for us to deal with.
I'll raise the fucking the peace.
Because 75% of the problem here is poverty. Poverty is 75% of the problem.
Right now, yeah.
Majority of the people around the world are poor. Majority of the people around the world can't feed their family. The irony of it is, the average person in America lives off of $1 or $2 a day, and that's hard to understand. Meaning that most people can't go outside and spend $50 a day, $100 a day without being broke. So their limit is about $2 to $3 a day, $4 a day. And then think about it. Think about it. Because when you start spending more, you're living above your means.
Shit like that, man. Like shit like that. Like I said, really, go back to our last episode. The world gotta be fucking poor. One billionaire could feed the whole fucking. One super billionaire could feed the whole fucking world. You know what I mean? Like, so, like, this is just strategic classism, divide and conquer type shit. That's the first thing fucking get into. Then it'll be the violence. I ain't gonna hold you, cause I think a lot of the violence stems from poverty.
That's why I said not violence that we encounter in the hood. I'm talking about the fact that we'll go to war, what's going on with Ukraine and Russia. I'm talking about that. Because the violence in the hood, I agree with you. If you find ways to feed the people and give the people means of taking care of themselves, that's not below a living condition and wage, and is above a living condition and wage, and they can feed their family, take care of the kids, most of that violence stops.
But would you also say that most of the violence around the world is due to poverty? Is Africa, Australia, which when you look at documentaries, I look at I need to probably look at too. Vice have mad hard documentaries. I think
most of the violence is due to
poverty. And I said straight poverty. I mean, you be like, damn, everywhere is poor. There's no one place in the
only way
that the whole spot is just looking good.
You know why you have to first deal with stopping the wars and attacking the poverty. The reason why is because that's like a filter. Once you do that, you filter out. Okay, now you got the hunger, and you got the war stop. Now I can literally look and see who's causing the problem. You understand what I'm saying? Now I can literally look and see, okay, there's jobs. You know what I'm saying? You need $30,000 to live. You're making $40,000 a year, $50,000 a year. You're living above. You're not living underneath the wage of living. You have everything. You're able to eat. You're able to work. You're feeding your kids, but you're still committing crimes. Now I can deal with you.
Yep.
Now I can take you and remove you from society.
Because you're a low frequency being by choice.
Right, by choice. Because there's no reason now for you to be like that. Education is afforded to you where you can learn. If you want to wisen up and you want to vibrate to higher frequency, you're afforded the ability to. If you don't, and you just want to endure, go through life and live,
you're afforded that too also. But you're still living comfortable nonetheless. If you're
still living comfortable. So if you're wilding out, you're bugging. Now I can deal with that. So we can't deal with that when there's hunger because we can't see who really bad. This motherfucker ran up in the store. He might have ran up in the store because he got to eat.
The Disney movie started off Aladdin. It started off the nigga stealing bread. He was stealing the shit because he was broke and poor. Know what I mean? Like, so like, bro, like, is he really fucking bad or was he just hungry?
Right. Circumstances cause the situations. That's why I don't deal with good or bad. Because what's good for somebody today is bad for somebody today. What's good for you tomorrow may be bad for me tomorrow. So when we ain't going to deal with good and bad, we're going to deal with the individual and the individual case. Why is that individual doing what he's doing?
It's always the why. I mean, like I said, well, go back to what he said. If he's just doing it, like, he's eating, he's just fucking, like, still, there's some other shit. Moving on to the next question. What would be your laws? What would be your laws?
I'll be honest with you, bro. Be honest with you, bro. In what sense you asking me? Laws in what sense?
I say we could do
tax laws or laws and behavioral patterns.
We could do it in both. We could do it in laws punishable, like criminal laws. We could do, and we could do worldly laws.
My laws would be this: one law and one law alone. Do unto others that you have do unto you. Meaning,
how would you enforce that law?
I would enforce the law in the sense of like this. We just enforce the law. Meaning the fact that, right? And people look at a nigga like, and be like, what y'all talking about is impossible. No, it's not. Because there's more livable space on the planet than there is people, for one. As much as we use our technology to kill and destroy, we use our technology to find a way we can feed people, for two. So there's more food and more resources to go around than there is. There's tons of it. So my thing is this: what we just said. When I afford you the opportunity to vibrate yourself on a higher frequency, when I afford you the opportunity to feed yourself, to learn, to eat, when I afford you all these opportunities of survival, and you go against do unto others they have do unto you, then anything that comes from that. Now, if you want to know what I will do, then that's another question. But my one law
that's
is...
both the questions. What would you do?
What I would do...
How you force it?
If you are stealing and you have no need to steal...
Yeah, shit like that. Rapists, pedophilia.
Rapists and pedophilia, they're done.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to get them out.
They're done. They're gone. They're gone. They're gone. They're gone. Rapists and pedophilia, they're gone. If you fucking a pedophile and I catch you, you're gone. I don't want to be the...
They gone mean what? They get exiled?
Yeah, I'm not going to kill you. I'm not gonna bring that karma upon myself. You know what I'm saying? Unless you invade my territory, meaning that we have PC and you run up my shit like this with guns, I'm gonna kill you. But if I say you go and you leave, and I say you go and you leave and you go wherever the fuck you want out of here, then that's your problem. Go, don't come back.
What if they come back?
And you're gonna get dealt with. You're gonna get dealt with.
You don't want the karma, so how do you deal with it?
I'm gonna deal with no. You created that karma. Because you know the rules. See, here's the thing. How do they trick us?
Loopholes.
Loopholes. The loophole is this. Cigarettes is bad for you. You're going to die. I'm going to put it on. I'm going to put that shit right there.
It's almost whatever's in dark comes to light. The reason why they do what they do in movies and predictive programming, because you got to tell them what you're going to do.
Yeah.
You can tell them what you did and you still go against it anyway. You know what I mean? I guess.
This is what I'm going to tell you. You leave. You leave peacefully. You go where you need to go. Don't come back. If you come back here, this is what will happen. If you come back and that happens, that was on you.
So doing to others as you want to do to yourself, and if pedophilies and extreme criminals get exiled.
Yeah.
That's your laws.
Murderers. There's no need to murder. What are you murdering for? If this motherfucker raped your fucking wife, all means murder that motherfucker. Murder that motherfucker. If your wife cheats on you, you don't have to murder the bitch. Just leave her. Just leave her. You know what I'm saying? Let's be logical within things. So if you violate what I said, do unto others that you have done unto you, would you want somebody to murder your sister because she cheated? No. So why would you murder the next man's wife or next man? So you violate the common decency of being a human being, you will be dealt with accordingly. But I do not want to put shackles on a man, because what will be different than what will be left to now?
Now.
Right. Will be no different.
But what would be my laws that I will empower? My worldly laws that I live before you just said, do unto others. I mean, like, is this the easiest law to say? Like, how you want people to treat you? Like, is this the most simplest natural law to go like, okay, I'm not gonna steal for this nigga because I want nobody to steal for me. I'm not gonna rape this girl because I don't want nobody to rape my mom, my fucking aunt, my sister, my daughter.
My wife.
Is this the easiest? My wife, my girlfriend, whatever. So it's just like those are easy laws. Like, so I don't know why people do that type of shit anyway.
Have empathy,
but
not
like,
sympathy.
As far as the criminal laws, yeah. For me, pedophiles and them, they're getting exiled. They're getting killed ASAP.
don't disagree with you.
They kill them, their heads get chopped off. And I'm giving the other ones that may have that urge because it's a chemical imbalance. I understand that. Like a serial killer or some type of other
they gotta
chemical
go
imbalance. The older niggas.
All them niggas gotta go.
All them niggas is cancers. Sometimes you gotta cut the arm off for the whole body to live.
Before you infect the whole body.
Yeah, for the whole body to live. Do that shit in surgery. So like, it's not that because I'm bloodthirsty. But I'm gonna cut their fucking heads off and I'm gonna make examples out of them. So whoever got the urges, yeah, to suppress them fucking urges.
Whoa, you sound like a motherfucking tyrant, nigga.
No, because it's true. I'm not talking about to any Tom, Dick, and Harry. I'm talking about people that's serial pedophilia, people serial rapists, serial killing.
Well, if you was a serial killer, I'm cutting you.
Serial rapist, serial
pedophilia. You don't kill 30 people,
pedophilia.
ain't no need for you to
I
kill
don't killing 30 people, hiding in the house,
people,
strangling them, and juggling everybody. Oh, we don't need none of that shit. I need none of that shit in my world. And I'm gonna give you a chance though, because not everybody acts on it. If they see it, then they okay, I'm gonna act on it. But maybe if they saw a few people get examples made out of them, they're like, nah, I'm good. Nah, I mean, like, nah, I'm good. Nah, I'm good. Maybe I'll be a taxidermist. Know what I mean? I will hunt. Know what I mean? I'll do this shit some other way than go and chop this bitch head off because she's being
I'll tell you this much. I think when you're born,
pedophiles, oh yeah.
When you're born
Y'all
with that, when you have
rapists,
no
empathy,
when you have, I don't think when you have no empathy, I don't think you can learn empathy.
Nah, you gotta be born with that.
You gotta be born with that.
You gotta be born. That's
so
you
now,
gotta learn how to be empathetic. That gotta be something that's.
I think when you're a baby, you may not know how to be empathetic. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a little baby. That little nigga be scratching shit out of my face. That shit
No,
hurt.
but he's I disagree because remember Jade. Jade was crying. That's my two nephews. That's my brother, son, and his son. And then Ethan literally started crying. Started holding the child to comfort him. I mean, because look at that shit is crazy.
Can I ask you a question though?
Why would they do that?
But can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question though? Here's a fucking real question. Now, was that learned from the compassion that he was shown from his parents when he cries? And therefore, he learned that compassion, and he in
I would say
gives back that compassion because that's what he's learned.
How about this? How about this? I take it back. I was wrong. You're not born empathy.
I don't think so, bro.
You learn empathy. That's why.
I think being simple. I think you learn to be. I think you're born with that whole feeling sorry for a motherfucker.
I think you're born.
I
think
agree.
you learn empathy.
And I could be wrong.
I could be wrong, but I really think you learn empathy. Because think about it. Boom. All right. I always say that. My niece and nephews, his sons, his daughters, everybody surround us. All the kids, they get into kisses and hugs and what you call it. And they good kids. They what you call it. Now put that. I think about that sometimes.
Now reverse it now.
Now put that in reverse and use abusive and use some more attention and be close at them. Would he be empathetic? Would he be as nice as kids? Or would he be bullying niggas in school?
Now when he
beating them up and going
now when he came to Johnny,
when
he came to Johnny and hugged him to comfort him.
I don't know.
If he wasn't shown that same compassion, he would have probably sat there and looked at him and let him cry because that's what's done to him. But since
I think that's the right thing to do. That's what
right. Not knowing no better. So I think, and I had a conversation with somebody the other day, I forgot who it was, and we was going back and forth on that whole, do you learn empathy? I think it was Shop. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, I think that shit is something, because I watch my kids. I watch the fact that you put little man to sleep, and they will run around and scream and make mad noise. They're not having no empathy for the fact that they know it's hard to put a little man to sleep and he wake up with the slightest thing. They just want to do dumb. And they're not thinking about you until after you explain to them.
But that's the immaturity.
And I think that's also because when you're young, you're vibrating in such a low frequency, all you're thinking about is yourself.
You're in a coaching state. You gotta be coached.
You're learning state, right?
You gotta be coached through every portion. So when you get to a certain age, you know, nah, the baby sleep not to do it like that. And
even after they learn that, because they're 8 and 5, they still don't give a fuck.
They still, I'm sure it's a kid. They still want to do what they want to do. I was a kid. You don't want to be quiet.
You're not thinking because you're not thinking about the other person's what they're going through. You're thinking about now when I have fun. You're selfish.
Yeah.
Selfish, and that's what I'm saying.
Not maliciously selfish.
And I think serial killers start off like that and never grow out of it.
No, serial killers is born with a literally. That's not my thing. I literally watch some sort of science channel. Serial killers, along with a whole bunch of people that's maybe considered weird or unorthodox, is born with a chemical imbalance
in their brains.
Which means they're not like us.
The capacity to have empathy. The ability to have to show empathy. They're not empathetic beings.
It's a lot of different things. It could be empathetic. It could be no remote. This is empathy.
This is empathy. It's all empathy.
It's all empathetic shit. And they just born with it. like they will see, and they'll get it twisted. It's a lot of functional psychopaths. What do they call it? Psychopaths. People get
Psychopaths and sociopaths.
They throw that shit around crazy. Like psychopaths, so you gotta be serial killer. No, actually, there's mad psychopaths. They say actually, psychopaths make the best firemen, doctors, and policemen. Because you know, if they were fair, they steal it. They'll go into a nigga brain, and I feel nothing, like nothing. They say actually a lot of them is lawyers and CEOs. You know, a lot of them is called like if you mention their mind, all this from that show, they are psychopaths. You feel what I'm trying to say? Like that don't mean they want to kill niggas, but they might see a dog get hit. Like, I mean, like feel nothing. And we would be like, oh shit. But they be like, But then you go to extreme cases, but they have that urge too. I forgot what that urge is called. But they got the lack of empathy. It's like a rage. I forgot the clinical word for it. But it's like a rage in them. Which start off as daydreams at first and imagining at first, until that shit will become nothing. It's almost like with everybody else. Yeah, I want to play some ball. Yeah, I'll go to the park. Same thing for them niggas.
They don't have the
ability
to lock off that urge.
Nah, they can't. It's like literally, it's like a drug addict.
And I would say
especially
this.
when they start.
And I would say this. You know what I'm saying? The ability to see like what that effect that's going to cause to somebody else, because you got to be able to foresee it. That's what it will do to somebody else.
Shit like
they
that,
don't care.
If ever functional psychopaths, they get a pass in my society if they're doing it like they're doing now. Now, if they're doing any crazy shit, they still go.
Listen, as long as you ain't committing
all the other
violence.
extreme motherfuckers, y'all getting out of here. Y'all cancers, and there's nothing to y'all, but we don't got no room for that because we're gonna. Or we can have I'm not there. I can't try to have a general try to reform you, but you can't reform that.
And I'm not gonna lie. Within my society, you must, in some fashion or manner, find ways to raise your spirituality. But I believe that if you place people in society that you eliminate poverty, you eliminate these certain things, and you place them in a society where they can prosper, spirituality will naturally come into the order. Because you'll have more time to think, more time to hear your inner self, more time to hear your inner God speak to you.
I agree with that. In my society, you have to have the Holy Trinity, which is the mental, physical, and spiritual. You just can't be all mental, you can't be all physical.
In the beginning.
You everybody got their process.
As long as you ain't committing the mother crimes,
you're not gonna get exiled though. There's no extreme.
You can live.
You can live, but it's gonna be a requirement. You have to pass that in school. It's gonna be a curriculum. You know what I mean?
Right. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Instead of turning on your TV, seeing be porn all day, it'll be you turn your TV and it'll be something that helps build your spirituality, helps build your consciousness. Maybe will be playing. You know what I'm saying?
Programming, but positive.
Positive programming.
Brainwashing, but positive. No, because think about it. And that's before we go on to the next topic, because this is interesting. I always thought this, and I be telling my show this all the time. Right? Listen. Imagine, because you know how the powers that be do what they do, right? Imagine if they did that shit in a positive way. What the world be? The programming on TV, the music you hearing. Do you know how much fucking good, great people would be born and doing flourishing right now? Because we be following, because we still gonna mimic and follow, but we be like my pops always said. It's not bad to be a follower, as long as you follow a good leader. Like Raekwon said, they quote the Prophet Ray. Like I quote my prophet, Pick the Hunt, quote the Prophet Ray. Nigga, in order to be a general, you gotta be a soldier. In order to be a lieutenant, you gotta be a soldier. You can't. I'm joining the army, I'm a general. Nigga, you gotta
you gotta work your way up.
You gotta work your way up. So
and the irony of what you just said, like with the music, right? Because some people would say, right, that the God frequency is at 432 hertz, right? We do music, and I could tell you from us doing music, when I'm putting a song out, I'm doing a song, all music is recorded at 421 hertz. Why? I could show you. In order for me, when you got it. When I'm downloading a record to MP3, automatically, there's no option. There's an option for the quality of how I want my sound, but there's no option for the frequency. It's 421 Hz, hertz, right? Now they say the God frequency is at 432 hertz. Why is music being pushed out with 421 hertz? Ask yourself that.
432, and what is 420? So it's 11 hertz off.
Right, yeah, 11 hertz off is the vibration of the frequency.
This is a massive number 11, right?
Yeah, 11 is a massive.
Is that a coincidence as well?
No, it's not a coincidence.
They use that number 11 a lot. They use 13. They use 33. I just thought about that. It's number 11. It's a massive number. that's a fucking mistake, man. I don't really.
No, I don't. Of course, it's not a mistake.
Yeah, I said that maybe. I don't know. That's accidents coincidental.
Nothing's accidental.
Why could it be something else like fucking 14? So there has to be 11 or 13. Those are the same shit. And it has to be under 432. You can't jump to 432.
Like, why is it not? Why is it not at 432? Why is it not at 432?
I don't know. I know, right?
And add 432 and add 432.
I was just trying to do that.
No, it's what I said before when we saw the podcast, man.
Get the fuck out. Yo, come on, man. Okay, listen, man. Listen, nothing's accidental, no coincidental, right? The niggas fit 11 hertz under, 11 is a mass number, and 432 adds up to 9, which is completion, is got them power to 3 to 6 and a 9. Right? Yo, these niggas is. That could be a coincidence, right?
Not exactly.
Maybe, whatever, bro. Like, what the fuck ever. But if you had to name your planet, what would you name your planet?
My planet?
Yeah. You run the world. What would you name it? You have to. It's that Earth thing. You have to rename it.
If I have to rename it.
Yeah. It's for shits and giggles. Let me see if I can think about it.
Called Escobar Season has returned now. I'll call it on.
That sounds like dangerous. I don't want to live on that planet. Makes it like the cartel.
Let me see. I don't know, man. I'll call it Kemet.
It's not bad.
I'll call it Kim.
Kim. Let me see. Kim, that's not bad. That's a good
On
one.
the planet of the black-faced people, baby. And no disrespect to everybody who ain't black-faced, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we all
it's
family,
all love,
man.
man. We all family,
For
baby. You know what I mean? I'm just a little nice on the sweat.
Nah, niggas love being, niggas love they hold they are, and that may, but that
Yo,
means,
boy.
that means, we're not really just saying this. This is why we live our life. We really don't give a fuck. We love
bro,
everybody, but we
you
love
know,
who we
it
are,
ain't
bro.
nothing wrong with being racist. Racist is loving your own. There's nothing wrong with that. It's something wrong with being bigoted against other people.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with
love
saying
your race,
I love
but
my
don't hate
Spanish.
everybody else because they're not fucking.
I love being Puerto Rican. And I love my Puerto Rican people. I love my Boricua. You know, I
don't
love
hate
being
blacks and
Dominican.
whites.
But there's something wrong with
Don't hate
saying
nobody else, nigga.
I don't like Dominicans. Or Dominicans say I don't like Puerto Ricans, or black people saying I don't like Dominicans or Puerto Ricans, or
that makes no sense.
say I don't like Africans, or you know what I mean. This whole shit, that shit is.
I
don't like white people.
There's piece of shit people in every fucking. I mean, I've met
in every culture. There's
pieces
of
every
shit.
race.
You know what I'm saying?
Including my own, many. And so it's like, it doesn't really matter. It's just about how you motherfucking conduct yourself.
And there's more pieces of shit that comes out your ass. There you go.
Yeah, you can tell he's nice. But what would I name? What would I name my motherfucking planet? What would I name a planet? I would name it. I know. I'm gonna say that's like some Diddy shit. I'm gonna say love.
You gonna say his name is Banger?
No, I'm gonna say love. That's some Diddy shit. Love.
Yeah, he changed his name to Love. What a nigga with
problems. I'll name my planet Peace. The Peace Planet. Now I mean, you come on here, it's peace and harmony. And we live like we're supposed to live. Everybody's vibrating on a high frequency. Some of us have vibrated higher than others, but going back to our original fucking question, question on this topic, nobody's doing the fucking most and nobody's wilding the fuck out.
Because you understand,
So I just want peace.
Why you can understand why it doesn't make a difference whether who vibrates higher, who prays the most, is about who does the unselfish deed.
How you
why
conduct
that
yourself in the day-to-day
Yeah, you know
life.
why you know that don't matter? Because if you go into school right now, right? If I went to school, we went to school right now, we start off. I'm older than you, so I'm going to be in kindergarten, you're going to be in pre-K. Then you're going to be in kindergarten, and I'm going to be in first grade. So somebody wrong? No. You're at the different stages of learning. So if he vibrates higher than I vibrate, or I vibrate higher than he vibrate, or vice versa and vice versa, it doesn't make a fucking difference. We're here to learn from each other and take from each other. So therefore, we don't look down on, we don't have to look down on nobody. As long as a motherfucker ain't out here murdering, killing,
yeah, extreme shit, raping,
pedophilia,
bombing shit for no
trying
reason.
to fuck
like
the next nigga's bitch.
Yeah,
like,
all that
there's too many
crazy low
women to be
frequency
doing
shit.
all that low frequency
Yeah.
shit.
There's no need for it.
It's no need to lie to her when you can just tell her the truth, because she might wanna freak off with you and the other girl. There's no need to conduct ourselves in this manner like we uncivilized when we can just be civilized and just be like, yo, listen, man, I like 3-4 bitches. You with it? Yeah, nigga, I'm with it. We rock. Listen, man, I like 3-4 bitches. Nigga, I ain't with that shit. Alright, so I gotta find a girl that's with it. Be real. Stop lying and being fake. See, the more shit you see comes out your ass, because you the biggest piece of shit there is running. Human beings. are the biggest piece of shit.
Yeah, you ever watch a movie, then the aliens come, and then the humans are scared of the aliens, and then when they finally get to talk to the aliens are scared of the humans. Like, yeah, the most destructive, because they always consider us young. They are the most primitive race. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. That the aliens are the most primitive, most destructive, like a cancer. Yeah, always. Because humans.
Humans is the problem.
You think if aliens come, humans won't shoot these mother? I'm talking about that's not working with them. I'm talking about they all go. We don't give a fuck. Like, we don't care. We are very animalistic in nature.
Because we're not willing to increase our vibration to a higher level of vibration. So a nigga get a gun.
That's running the world is low vibration of people.
Nigga get a. Actually, they not.
No,
they're trying to keep us in a low vibration.
No, listen, but that's what I'm trying to say is an oxymoron. Because I know what you're trying to say when I say that. They vibrating on a high frequency.
Using low vibrating frequency.
But using low frequency energy and tactics. So it's like
against us. Now, and we fall for it, and we go along with this shit every day. So I can't do. Yo, boy, the shit is so fucking deep, right? Let me show you how deep it is, right?
Come on, say it.
Oh shit, we can move on, baby.
Make it big. What you gonna say?
The shit is so deep that they'll take a positive nigga and pump so much negative shit about, say, anything. Like, anything that positive nigga, because that nigga's a positive nigga, and they'll pump so much shit to that nigga. Positive nigga now becomes, fuck this, fuck that, fuck this. They know exactly what they're doing. It's tactics and techniques that they're using.
Like I said in my last show, control. They're not push the buttons. They know exactly what to push.
The reality of it is this. One man can literally change the fucking world. How? Because one man's thoughts and vibration and positive outlook could change how everybody else see things. Why? Because when he come in contact with them,
it's gonna be a cancer.
It's gonna be a cancer. So now I need to make this nigga think everything is dark and gloomy and fucked up.
He's not gonna be a cancer. He's gonna be the cure. So he's gonna get in contact.
Cancer is not always a bad thing though.
No, but like, you know what I'm trying to say. Say for any kind of disease, it'd be COVID. Right. He's made a cure. So yeah, everybody's affected with COVID. That one person, that Neo, that's what we call. That's why they call it Neo. Neo will be that one person. The one. That one person.
Neo, rearrange the numbers. Rearrange the letters. It's the one.
I mean, that one person will be motherfucking. He will come and start curing everybody positively. You know what I mean?
Right.
They don't want that shit.
And they don't want that, so they try to infect you anyway. In any possible, they'll make you believe your favorite athlete is a piece of shit.
Look, no matter what happens, there's always that other. There'll be always somebody opposite of that.
This is the balance.
That's
what I said out there. There's going to balance itself. But like you said,
always be, no matter what.
What we try to do is raise the percentage.
Yeah.
That's what you can try to do.
You see,
so it's not the balance.
No. Let me tell you something. The balance only fucking always, right?
Move on.
No, we're gonna move on right now. To quote the prophet, Bugatti 3 times, my nigga Bugs. In order to see God, we need one mind. The balance only the opposite fight, call it the devil, whatever you want to call it, the opposite only exists because the majority don't have one mind. The minute the majority can see as one, that shit ends.
And I agree with that, but also, before I go off this topic, but going back to that, my book with the Matrix, when he met the architect, he said when they tried to make that perfect world, we kept rejecting it. Like, humans couldn't just fucking go with that perfect world. And to some sense, like I said, I agree with Pete.
I agree.
No, I said that last time.
I wish I was wrong, but it's the truth.
Also, to some certain point, there's always going to be some group of people that's going to find some way to want to hate or want to do something.
Let me ask you a question.
There's always be a Mr. Smith to Neo.
I agree with that, but I don't disagree with that at all. But what I'm saying is this, right?
And I agree with what you say. That's how you see God, as you see one mind. You know what I mean?
Anytime you see anytime you see the problem that we have come into right now, the reason why we have this problem is not because of the one mind thing. The problem we have is because we don't have one mind. And the problem is because every time you start civilization, remember, you're bringing up the Matrix is a perfect point. Because you remember what they said. What he said. He said, we done destroyed Zion 1,000,000 times over, bro. And we reform it with a certain amount of females and a certain amount of males. The problem is this. The problem is that every time this bitch is reformed, whether through the Great Flood the last time, the people are being misled by the people who come in contact with the information. And that causes what we have here. Because if the people was given the proper information from jump, from jump. If poverty wasn't there from jump, if love was there from jump, none of this would exist.
Yeah, from
now,
jump,
this may exist because we have to learn the other side of it. I would agree with that. But to understand that you could take this don't exist
but
if you teach the people
hold on,
right.
But and let's touch on it. And I don't disagree because if you did everything from jump, everything is learned behavior. So everybody.
It's all learned behavior.
But also going back to our point you just said, the people that's born with the chemical imbalances, the animals that end up that's going to do the violence, because the people been around forever. Like people always talk about this, like everything's been around forever. Prostitution, homosexuality. This is not new concepts. These people around from the beginning of time.
No.
So you're gonna have
of our time.
And like beginning of
our time.
The most recent. I can.
Yeah, right.
I can't go back to the. I can't fathom the minuscule of that.
Beginning of our time, from when we started reading our Bible and our history, this is existed.
Even before the Bible, even before tablet times, they was fucking.
Well, they ain't talk about that in there.
No, yeah, because the Inky told them to go in that village and take the rice for their own. And
now I ask you this.
So it's like that.
No. I ask you this though. Once again, that's my point. Go on to the next one, but no. Yeah. It's a conversation, baby. We on there. We lit.
Yeah.
Going.
It's a great conversation. I'm just trying to make it.
I got no time running, baby. We're in time, baby. But even going back to Enki, knowing these niggas and then live, knowing that these niggas tamper with our DNA, knowing that these niggas, you know what I'm saying, if you want to prescribe to it, maybe that's why we are the way the fuck we are.
Listen, but them tampering with us shows them that they was on some next shit anyway, because that's not high frequency.
But they not us.
But
and
we
remember,
all the same. We all come from the all.
And remember,
the creator. We what they call it, the energy.
Ooh, boy, this is a deep conversation. Because I'm gonna say one more thing. I'm gonna say one more. This is a deep conversation. Because I'm gonna say one more thing. Because you know why? Because the debate between them, was the fact they weren't God and they shouldn't be doing what they're doing. So you see what I'm saying? That's why I'm done right there. We good.
I think 21's
I understand exactly.
I think I'm going to go my Emerald Tablets bag. We got to do.
We good.
The egg? No, I think it's a little bit different than that.
No, I'm simplifying it. Meaning like it's.
I know exactly.
It's very fickle of what.
Yeah, because I agree with you. Because even they argue whether or not what they was doing to us was right.
So I said, we can keep going.
So that shit is deep. It can keep going.
I think we have to make an Emerald Tablets one. We're gonna do something good about that. Do some research. Have some talks from Billy Carson.
We can talk. We can talk about the Emerald Tablets. I know a good amount about the Emerald Tablets.
Put some Billy Carson clips up. We can really dive deep in it. If you want to come back in, we can do that.
But you need to read the Emerald Tablets.
That was If I Rule the World.